Tom's Top 5.
Hi everybody, racing is back with a bang. Aren't we so lucky to have a 4-day extravaganza at Newmarket? Racing's HQ. It wouldn't be flat racing without Newmarket, and I've got 5 to follow for the weekend ahead. First up, Och Stead for Roger Teal, this wonderful sprinter who won the Portland Handicap at Doncaster last season and is now making the grade to Group Company. I think he's going to be good enough to win the Abernant Stakes. He's got a bit to find on racings with a few of them, but I think he's a progressive young sprinter who's going to take all the beating, and he's a very exciting horse for the future. So hopefully he can stamp his authority on the Abernant field. Second up, I'm going to go with Zangaras, this horse for Sir Michael Stoute, who was so impressive at Royal Ascot last year in the Hampton Court Stakes. He looked to have a really big engine that day and put the race to bed very quickly indeed. So I expect him to be extremely difficult to beat for Sir Michael Stoute, who does so well at improving his horses. And I think Zangaras is definitely going to take all the beating when he takes place on Friday. Third up, I really like a horse called Miss Yoda. She runs in the Oaks Trial on Friday at Lingfield. This is a horse who didn't quite finish off last season in great style. She was second, but soft ground did not suit her that day. And she'd previously been really impressive on 2 starts. So I think, provided she can get back on track on slightly better ground this time, she's going to be really tough to beat and should have a big chance if she goes for the Epsom Classic in a month's time. John Gosden, as we know, is so good with training his fillies, and I think Miss Yoda can keep on improving and do the business on Friday. Fourth up is Moss Gill, this really exciting young sprinter who can land the Palace House Stakes. It's a race usually won by a progressive speedster, and I think Moss Gill is just that for James Bethel. A trainer who doesn't have that many top classes, but he knows when he's got a good one, he knows what to do with him, and I think this horse is going to make inroads in Group Company this year, and I expect him to start off with a victory in the Palace House Stakes. He was actually very impressive at Wolverhampton when beating 2 rivals earlier in the year. That was only a conditions race sprint, but he couldn't have done it more impressively. I think he's got the gears to really make a mark at Group Company. So hopefully he can get off to a flying start and win the Palace House Stakes. Finally, I really like a horse called Val Konig. I think he's a very, very good horse indeed. And he was so impressive at Wolverhampton last year on his debut. He absolutely destroyed them. Won by 8 lengths for John Gosden, who is no stranger, of course, to some fine horses, and no stranger to introducing them at Wolverhampton, as he did with Jack Hobbs a few years ago. That horse, of course, went on to Irish Derby success. Hopefully Val Konig can do similar. I think he's got a huge amount of ability, he's got a lot of engine, he's got so many gears, and I can see him making very hard to beat in the Newmarket Stakes on Saturday afternoon. So hopefully Val Konig can follow in the footsteps of his relation Voldgeist, who of course did win the Arc de Triomphe last year, and make a big mark at a high level later in the season. He's entered in the Derby, and I can see him going very well in that if he wins here, which I expect him to. So hopefully Val Konig can make it 2 out of his last 2 at Newmarket on Saturday. Those are my top 5 to follow for the weekend. Hopefully there's a winner or 2 in there, and best of luck to you all. See you all soon.
Tom's Top 5.